Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today's Takes with Alex, and I am your host Alex. Hope you're having a great weekend, friends. Today we are talking about a important personal aspect of divine service, because it's all about alignment, right? Inner alignment, outer alignment, individual alignment, collective alignment. It's all about getting things to click. And so, and there's always levels, you can make a lot of headway and everything's good. Um, but there's always remnants, you know what I mean? Especially when um, you're spending time doing things and, maybe conversations or whatever it may be triggers some of these remnants, right? And so remnants are okay. Um, remnants are okay. Um, so the episode today, the video is called "The Healing Power of Forgiveness." Okay, the spiritual significance of letting go. What if the heaviest burden you carry isn't the wrong done to you, but the weight of holding on to it? In a world full of hurts, misunderstandings, and betrayals, forgiveness can feel almost impossible. Yet it may be one of the most liberating and spiritually powerful acts a human being can perform. Today we explore the profound spiritual significance of forgiveness. This wisdom is for every heart that has ever been wounded or has wounded another. Rooted in the eternal teachings of the Torah and illuminated by the deep love and insight of Hasidic masters, we'll discover how forgiveness is not weakness, but a courageous path to freedom, healing, and divine closeness. The Torah speaks directly to the heart. Do not take vengeance or bear a grudge against any of your people, but love your neighbor as yourself. This command appears right after instructions about holiness, showing us that true holiness includes the difficult work of forgiveness. The story of Joseph is one of the most beautiful examples. Betrayed and sold by his brothers, he rises to power in Egypt. When they stand before him in fear, Joseph chooses forgiveness instead of revenge. You intended evil against me, he says, but God intended it for good. He sees the hidden hand of providence even in pain, and his forgiveness brings healing to the entire family. The Torah repeatedly shows God as merciful and forgiving. Moses pleads for the people after the golden calf, and forgiveness is granted. Time and again, the Torah teaches that harboring resentment blocks the flow of blessing, while forgiveness opens the gates of heaven. On the holiest days, we are instructed to seek forgiveness from others before seeking it from above, because God forgives us in the measure that we forgive others. Hasidic teachings, especially from the Baal Shem Tov and the Tanya, reveal forgiveness as a profound spiritual practice. Every soul contains a divine spark. When we hold on to anger, we trap both our own spark and the spark within the other person. Forgiveness releases these sparks, allowing them to rise and reunite with their source. The Alter Rebbe teaches that negative emotions like resentment belong to the animal soul, the reactive, self-protective part of us. Through forgiveness, we refine our character and strengthen the divine soul. It is an act of tikkun, a repair, that mends fractures not only between people, but within creation itself. Hasidic stories often tell of masters who forgave insults instantly, seeing every interaction as an opportunity for love and unity. They understood that true Ahavas Yisrael, or love for fellow souls, includes forgiving their imperfections, just as we hope heaven forgives ours. Forgiveness in this light is not denying the pain, but choosing to see beyond it, to the deeper truth that all souls are part of one divine oneness. By letting go, we mirror God's own boundless compassion. Forgiveness carries immense spiritual power for every person. It brings inner freedom. Carrying resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to suffer. Forgiveness liberates your own heart and restores your peace of mind. It draws down divine mercy. The sages teach that the measure we use for others is the measure used for us. When we give generously, we open channels for God's forgiveness and blessing in our own lives. It creates healing and unity. Every act of forgiveness repairs relationships and sends ripples of light into the world. It elevates the sparks trapped in conflict and turns darkness into connection. It cultivates humility and growth. Recognizing our own imperfections makes it easier to forgive others. Through this practice, we become more compassionate, patient, and spiritually mature. It aligns us with the divine flow. God continually renews creation with forgiveness and love. By forgiving, we participate in this holy rhythm and become partners in the world's redemption. So, how can we walk this path in real life? Acknowledge the pain honestly, but don't let it define you. Feel it, then choose to move forward. See the divine spark in the other person. Remember, they too are a soul struggling in this world. Pray for strength and perspective. Ask for help seeing the situation through higher eyes. Start small. Forgive minor offenses first to build the spiritual muscle. Practice self-forgiveness. Release guilt over your own mistakes. God wants your growth, not your endless self-punishment. Take action when possible. A sincere conversation, a kind gesture, or simply letting go in your heart can be incredibly powerful. Chassidus encourages doing this with joy. Forgiveness is not a heavy duty, but a return to love, the natural state of the soul. Forgiveness, rooted in Torah and radiant with Chassidic warmth, is one of the greatest gifts we can give ourselves and the world. It frees the soul, reveals hidden light, and draws us closer to the infinite source of all compassion. This week, choose one person or situation you've been carrying in your heart. Take a small step toward forgiveness, even if it's only in prayer or intention. Notice the lightness that begins to enter. If this message touched your soul, share in the comments, what has forgiveness taught you? Or who are you ready to begin forgiving? Your story may give someone else the courage they need. Like if these words brought healing light to your heart. Subscribe for more explorations of Torah and Chassidic wisdom made alive for our lives. And turn on the notifications. May you be blessed with the strength to forgive, the grace to be forgiven, and the deep peace that comes from a heart made free. Until next time, let go, let light in, and walk forward in joy.